Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host for tonight, Sarah Rizkalla, and I will be giving my take on technology's effect on society. So, what constitutes technology? According to the Oxford's definition, technology is scientific knowledge used in practical ways in industry, for example, in designing new machines. Two main concepts are introduced in this definition, one being scientific knowledge and the other being practicality. Now to think about it, this idea is not exactly new or a recent phenomenon. In fact, it has existed since the beginning of age, for example, through building fires and water wheels. Technology by itself is not harmful, but how as a society we choose to use technology may lead to positive or negative impacts. Let us take an example. Corn can be used to make ethanol, which then can be used to make fuel. Fuel then can be used to run machines and cars, which are essential to manufacturing industries. However, if a large shift in quantities of corn were to be used for fuel production, world hunger would arise, since people would be left with no food, and this is a much worse situation to be placed in. Let us consider another example of economic globalization that illustrates positive and negative effects of technology: outsourcing. In particular, let us look at impacts in industrialization. With the shift and advancements in computers, communications, and networking, industrial societies have taken advantages of such developments. This in return allowed these industries to flourish at much cheaper cost. How this works is that by having such technological advancements and automations, labor costs decrease as less people are needed to be hired. Now with such scenario, we can conclude two things. Corporation profits increases its profit margins, which is a positive thing, while workers lose their jobs due to outsourcing, which is a negative thing. Now, touching more on the idea of automation, another example that takes advantage of such process is online businesses, such as Amazon and eBay. These online businesses make perfect use of outsourcing through taking advantage of the internet and automated mechanized systems. As a result, these online businesses make high profits from low overhead. Not only that, but things online tend to be a lot cheaper compared to in-store merchandise, so consumers also benefit from low prices. But due to such increase in online businesses because of their convenience and just being cheaper, because of their smart utility of technology, many people lose their jobs when it comes to retail. This is because a lot of businesses who are only run in-store cannot deliver quality for cheaper prices, and so they tend to shut down, or they too shift their focus to reconstructing their businesses to be more online oriented. With all these examples demonstrating impacts of technology, whether it be good or bad, I firmly believe that technological impact is highly dependent on the individualistic priorities. It is in the hand of its master that these technologies can lead to great outcomes, but with such outcomes can come inevitable consequences. Now I will wrap it up by this famous quote by Bill Gates: "Technology is just a tool. In terms of getting the kids working together and motivating them, the teacher is the most important." Thank you for listening.